All right, everybody, so this is the video on how to use iMovie. We're going to be focusing on this part of iMovie right here. So when you guys have opened up the program, you're going to come to a screen that looks like this. This will be blank when you open it. So you'll be staring at something that kind of looks like this. Today we're going to focus on these 5 sections up here. Now how iMovie works is that you take files from your computer, you put them into this media section right here. And then, as it says here in what we call your timeline, you're going to drag and drop video clips and photos from the browser to start creating your movie. So the first thing we're going to do is show you how to drag and drop files from your computer into iMovie. So here we go. So I'm just going to minimize that and move them over a little bit. The first file I'm going to show you is an audio file. So an audio file is any music that you get from either YouTube or iTunes or wherever, and you can take it and it literally drags into your media section. I release it, and now that file is right here. I'll click it so you can hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear that. There you go. Now if I wanted to do a different file, I can take a movie file from right here. I can click and drag it and put it right in there like that. And now that's in there as well. So now that we have these files in here, I'm going to show you how to use each of these sections. Now each of these sections changes something about the whole movie that you're making. Okay? So I'm going to take a clip, and we're going to use this one from up here. And just like I did before, I'm going to click, and then I'm going to drag it. And you see how it pops up in my timeline down here. Okay, so that's the first thing. When we add files, we click and drag into the timeline. Now if I wanted to add a music file or an audio file, I click it, and I do the same thing. I'm going to drag it down. And I'm going to drag it down right there. Do you see where that little music note was? It keeps getting away from me. I'm going to drag them right there. And now I have music to go along with my clip. This is just a clip of me moving my head. I don't know why I'm doing it like that, but there you go. So now that I have that, to get the whole movie to play, I hit the play button, just like anything else. You see me, there I go. I'm moving my head, Really good. Okay, so now, let's say I wanted to add some other effects to it. So I'm going to click on titles right here. And you see when I have titles, I have a whole bunch of different text that I can use. As I run my mouse over it, it pops up. So you can pick any one of these you want. I'm going to do 2 of them. So to use one of these, you click it, and then it pops up here. Now do you see how it popped up in my screen over here in blue? Now I can type in whatever I want. So I'm going to write, "Hi there. It's Mr. G." Now do you see how the text is in the clip itself, just like that? So if I start from the beginning, I'm going to click that and go right to the beginning. See how it's there? And now watch it go away, just like that. Okay. So let's say you wanted the title just to show up on its own. You would take that same title, or really any title you want. I'll use a different one. And I'm going to click and drag it at the end of that particular clip. And now, just like before, comes up. I'm going to go like that, the end. And now that title is in there on its own. So if I start it from the beginning, it would play through, and I'll show you what that looks like. So see, there's the title in the beginning. And it's going, and it's going. I'm in slow motion. And now, if you look, you see how that's moving along. That's the playhead, and there it is. Okay? And that's it. So that's how titles work. Now the last thing I'm going to show you now is transitions. We're going to skip backgrounds because what a background does is just add sort of an overlaying picture to it. We don't really need those right now, but when you're making your own movies, if you want to play around with it, it would appear that I have hit something by mistake. Well, we'll come back to that. So the last thing I'm going to show you is a transition. So just like the title menu, there's a whole bunch of transitions you can pick. I'm going to take one, I'm going to click it, I'm going to put it in between my title and my movie clip. And you see how I could really put this anywhere. I could put it over here, I could put it in between the clip. And all it does is it makes a fancy change from one clip to another. These are called clips. So I'm going to move this playhead here, and we're going to go over the playhead and all that in the next video. And hit play, and watch what happens when we hit this transition. And there you go. So this transition makes a little effect between clips. And that's the end of the first video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you soon. Bye-bye.